Hi, thank you for clicking on the video, and I hope everyone is doing really well. So the day I am filming this is December 21st, so happy solstice to everyone. I don't know when this video will come out, but it will be either right before the new year or immediately after the new year. So if it's immediately after, happy new year as well, and happy holidays to everyone. Anyway, I am not a person who is in favor of like New Year's resolutions, because why not just make positive changes all the time? For simplicity's sake, this video is what I plan to do differently, not starting in 2021, but starting now. My focus for 2021 is just to improve my well-being in all aspects of my life. So I have broken this topic down into 5 categories. I have my notes right here. So the first category is fitness. And as of right now, I am still not going to the gym. I did have in the back of my mind that I might return to the gym in 2021, just based on like the COVID cases and the numbers. But as of right now, it's looking like I'm probably not going to be returning to the gym anytime soon. Hopefully, I will be back in the gym once the vaccine is available to the public, or I fall in like line to get it. We'll reach there eventually. I'm not that important. I'm near the bottom of the list of people who get the vaccine. Hopefully by the time the vaccine is available to people like me, they'll have worked out all the kinks. Anyway, still going to work out. I'm still going to lift to the best of my ability with the very, very limited equipment I have at home. I plan on continuing my 2 lift sessions a day. I plan on increasing the number of sets and the number of reps per set for both weightlifting sessions. In addition, I hopefully will be able to get some heavier weights because I really don't have that many, and it's getting tedious having to do a ton of reps on these really low weights. So hopefully I will be able to get some new dumbbells and maybe a kettlebell or 2. I'm playing around with the idea of doing combined muscle groups. Right now I'm doing 1 day for each muscle group. I'm thinking about maybe combining 2 muscle groups per day, twice a day, and that way I can hit multiple muscle groups multiple times throughout the week. Make sense? Awesome. Second category is diet. I plan on focusing on decreasing the amount of white carbs. That's the best way I can put it. I don't know what a white carb is, but I know that that's a thing. Those are the ones that I do eat a lot of, and they might not be the best for my stomach, but I am not decreasing carbs. I'm just decreasing the source of my carbs. I need to, this is an absolute must, I need to focus on increasing my fat intake, primarily healthy sources of fat, as delicious as ice cream and pizza and all of that is, and I will, of course, still be eating plenty of that. I need to also focus on unprocessed whole food sources of fat, so like avocados, tahini, nut butters, things like that. I'm going to bring in more junk food into the house. I'm going to have them on hand. This isn't just going to start on January 1st. It's starting now. When I have that hankering or that craving for something, I'm getting it. The other day, I was having a craving for those fruit gummy slices, that candy. I knew I'm getting it when I have the opportunity because I want it. And then today I went grocery shopping and I've been craving Cocoa Krispies. I turned down the cereal aisle and my brain said, just walk past the cereal. The smart voice said, no, you want it. Get it so you have it on hand, so when you get that hankering for it, it's available and you won't turn to just mindlessly eat other random stuff. I am going to go back to basics. I have been overcomplicating my meal plan and it has been really stressful. Like, I have accidentally caused so much anxiety around food trying to come up with like the most complicated, perfect meal plans, and we don't need any of that. Making sure there is a protein source, a starch or grain source, a fat source, and a green vegetable, and a delicious sauce with lots of seasoning, lots of flavor to wrap it all together. That little formula there is going to be my meal plan for January, or for as long as I feel like doing it. Pizza and ice cream will be making an appearance, as well as all of our other favorites like candy, chips, cookies, brownies, yum. All of the bad stuff. Third category, mental health. So recently, a friend of mine recommended an app. It is called Zenvelo, and it's a app to help you kind of track your emotions, check in with yourself, and see what you're feeling daily. Originally, I was going to try and make myself journal every day. I have attempted in the past. Journaling is just really hard for me. I find that actually creative writing is a better outlet for me if we're talking about writing. I started using this app yesterday, and it was actually really awesome because I have never sat still with my eyes shut and just focused on a single thing for any amount of time. Other than sleeping at night, I cannot like sit still or keep my eyes closed, but I kept my eyes closed, focused on the meditation that was playing on my phone for 4 minutes, okay? Did not open my eyes once. I'm very proud of myself, if you can't tell. I plan to use that app going forward and really push myself to try and do it daily, and there is a journaling portion, and I have been using that aspect of it for the past 2 days since downloading the app. I'm hoping that by working through my emotions and really engaging with my stress and my anxiety and working through it, that potentially that will help me work through my binge eating issues that I have been having. I did find a list of binge eating journaling prompts online, and I have been kind of dabbling with that here and there. So if you don't know, I do struggle with bipolar disorder. Not only have I found many lists, they're like journaling prompts, but with a focus on bipolar disorder. I also have a workbook that I forget to work through, but I really will be trying my hardest to work through that workbook, work through the prompts, and learn more management techniques for my bipolar disorder. There is a correlation between eating and bipolar disorder. I mean, if you're an emotional eater and you're bipolar, and bipolar has a lot to do with your emotions, you can connect the dots. I'm going to make myself do this, is take time to meditate. The Zenvelo app is really useful for that because there is a meditation portion on it. I really want to focus on gratitude because I don't think I do enough, and I'm very, very grateful for so much, and I want to just spend some time quieting myself and focus on that gratitude. Now we're moving on to my social life that I know it's good for you to have a social life, but I really don't like people particularly. I mean, I like specific people, but even those specific people, I get really anxious about hanging out with them. When I get a text message, I panic because I have to respond, and that freaks me out. I do plan to try my best to reach out more, and I have been doing this recently where I will get this thought like, hey, you haven't talked to so-and-so in a while. Maybe just send them like a good morning, hope you're doing well, and a text. And in the past, I would like question that thought until I could convince myself not to do it. I would say 9 out of 10 times when I have that thought, I just do it. And I've been like, just send the text. I'm literally like shaking and hit send. Like all I'm doing is saying, hey, I hope you're doing well. I freak out because if I send a message, there is a chance a message will get sent back. Polite society dictates that I engage and respond back, which then in turn will lead to a response from them, which will require a response from me, and that makes me anxious. Even some of my closest friends, the thought of hanging out with them makes me really anxious, and this has nothing to do with the situation of the world currently. This is just how I've always been. Well, not always. My introvertedness developed about 10-12 years ago and has just progressively gotten worse over the years, but I have never been a flake. That's the one thing. I try really hard not to be a flake. I always feel like I'm interfering in people's lives or I'm a bother, which is probably one of the reasons why it's really hard for me to be the one to initiate any kind of communication, but I am trying to work through those feelings. If I truly was a bother, then my friends wouldn't be friends with me. I'm assuming that's the case. If someone's like, let's hang out, saying yes. I'm teaching myself to say yes. And the final section that I want to talk about is my creative side. I have other interests, other side projects outside of YouTube and working out and my job. So I really want to give all of my other interests and hobbies and creative outlets and projects their due diligence. Like, they deserve some attention too. I've got a few creative ideas, a few creative projects in the work, that like art projects and stuff that I have been dabbling in when I have time, but I'm going to make time this time. So if any of these things resonated with you and you want to do them too, go right ahead. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. If you did not enjoy it, you can give it a thumbs down. That is cool too. I don't mind. If you are not subscribed already, please consider subscribing and be sure to hit the notification bell to be notified of all future uploads. If you have any comments, questions, video suggestions, anything at all, feel free to leave that in the comment section below. Be sure to go follow me over on Instagram, and I will see you next time. Bye!